Good morning everyone. Welcome to Ultimate Experts at Udgam School. Today we are privileged to have with us Dr. Ramesh Kapadia, an eminent cardiologist with over 50 years of experience. He is going to share with us some valuable tips on how we can avoid premature heart ailments in children. Thank you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Doctor will try his best to answer your questions in this session. Thank you. Yes, doctor. Thanks for joining us today. Please enlighten us with how we can be heart healthy.
Yeah. Now friends, let me first correct one thing, that we are here today to prevent heart attack not in children but in young. You must know that WHO has reported that the highest incidence of heart attack amongst the young, that is from the age of 20 to 40, is highest world over in India. And what we are doing in a very big way in the United States, and now we want to put into practice in India because it is very, very urgently needed. Because nowadays, if you ask any doctor, they are now seeing heart attack at the age of 25, 30, and all these people who get this heart attack, and in India especially, all these young people are talented people. They are the wealth of our nation. And therefore, we have found and that it is high time, it's really absolutely the prime need of the hour that we should institute primary prevention and understanding of this heart attack when the children are 11, 12 or 13 years of age, and we educate the parents, especially in the family where there is a family history of heart attack or stroke. Everyone should know that in people in the family, if the parents understand that the father, mother, or the father's side or the maternal side, if anyone had got heart attack below the age of 70, then in that family, the young people should start learning about the lifestyle changes and learn about their profile, the profile of cholesterol, that is a lipid profile. And now we have found out that the culprit cholesterol in people who have got a family history of heart attack is the LDL cholesterol. Up till now we were talking about the good HDL cholesterol, that is all right. But that's now the importance is the culprit cholesterol is LDL. And we can measure LDL with a very simple lipid profile test even at the age of 11. And if we find that the LDL cholesterol is high in any child, then they can be taught, or the parents can be taught, how to bring down the consumption of saturated fats. Now, if we can institute that right from that age and then follow up the LDL, LDL in people who have got a strong family history should be well below 70, preferably 60. And that can be done with dietetic changes. Mostly the dietetic changes and little exercise. How much exercise? So then it's a very simple thing. In children, more than 10,000 steps is compulsory, but in children it is up to 20,000 steps a day. And nowadays, people can count the steps, even at this age of 85 running, I wear a Fitbit. So that's very simple. So we can then see that the children are getting enough exercise. So the whole object of talking today to this enlightened audience of this school is that if we start the awareness right now in the family of the people who have got a strong family history, then we, according to our study in the United States, we can prevent 50% of heart attacks in the future. That's a great thing, because you must all realize that young of India is the wealth of the world. It's not wealth of India, wealth of the world. All the countries who are now at the top, the contribution of Indian young people is the highest there. Whether it's United States or Britain or Australia or Canada, you name any other country who has progressed, a lot of contribution is from the young of India. Therefore, having been practicing cardiology for last more than 5 decades now, about 55 years, and having had a lot of experience in the United States about the primary prevention. United States, at one time, many years ago in 1975, the incidence of heart attack according to the World Health Organization record, United States were almost number 1 or 2 in the incidence of heart attack at that time. And our incidence at that time was about 13th or 14th in 1975. They started primary prevention in USA as we are going to, as I am explaining now. And in 2016, the WHO assessed, and at that time the incidence of heart attack, which was number 2 in the world of United States, now it has come down to 15th. And we were about 13th or 14th in 1975. Now we are heading all the world. We are number 1. So we cannot neglect this anymore. It should be a primary need of the whole nation. We are talking about the health of the whole India and health of the young talented people. So you understand how important this morning is. And I just returned from USA last Friday, and today is Friday, about a week ago. And I visit United States every year for about 2.5 months during the 2.5 months. Every year I visit during summer. And I must tell you that my son, Dr. Samir Kapadia, is a cardiologist at Cleveland Clinic in USA. And Cleveland Clinic is rated as number 1 cardiology center in the whole of United States and almost a world famous center in cardiology. That is Cleveland Clinic Heart Center. And I'm very proud to tell you that Samir Kapadia is now the chairman of the cardiovascular department of that hospital, Cleveland Clinic. So I have an opportunity to come in contact with many celebrated cardiologists, and I came in contact with Dr. Nissen, who is now about 76 years of age, who was chairing this department, cardiovascular department, and then now he has retired and my son has taken over. So Dr. Nissen had an interview with me, which we will be able to send you the link to that interview. And there, only about 15 days ago, before I came here only a week ago, and before that, we had a great discussion, and Dr. Nissen was very keen. Therefore, he talked with me for about 15 minutes, that Dr. Kapadia, when you go home, you see that you institute primary prevention in the young of India right from the age of 11, 12 and 13. Don't misunderstand this, that the 11, 12 and 13 boy, when he talks about a little pain and discomfort, that's never a heart attack, very, very rarely. And that's what we are discussing today. We are discussing today that these young people, to have the right type of diet, right type of way of living, and educate the parents, because in this family there has been heart attack or a stroke at comparatively young age. So this is known as family history, and that is my emphasis. So please understand this, that I was told about the mitral valve prolapse and all that in the young people. Now mitral valve prolapse is the most innocent condition. It's found in many girls, and it is not at all a condition which require any intervention regarding the valve repair or anything like that. But again and again I tell you that please do not understand or misunderstand that this talk which I am giving you regarding the heart attack in the young, that is heart attack at the age of 11, 12 and 13. Not at all. We are concerned with the heart attack rising in the population, young population from the age of 25 to 40 or 45, and people are not aware that this runs in family. So that is the my time will be well spent. This 15 or 20 minutes that I'm talking to you. You are welcome to ask me some questions if it is possible.
Yes.
In this talk. But please remember that we are going to check their LDL cholesterol at young age. It's only one test, and LDL cholesterol lipid profile. And if that LDL cholesterol is above 70, then that family, the children, should regulate their diet in such a way, the saturated fats and exercise, and avoiding any use of tobacco in the future. So that also should be taught right from the beginning how harmful the tobacco is. It increases a tendency 20 times if you have family history. So that also has to be cultivated. And lastly, you must all know that we are conducting a program for last 27 years. Now it has come to be known as Universal Healing Program. And this Universal Healing Program, the short form is UHP. And that was started by me on October 2, 1991. And this year is the 150th birthday anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. And Gujarat Vidyapith, established by Mahatma Gandhi 100 years ago, that has got now a UHP center teaching the stress management. And I have given the numbers of the people whom you can contact and then take part in their stress management there, and teach the young children also how to practice Savasana. Savasana is the part of yoga asanas, but it's a king of asanas. All the asanas which we do are for physical reasons, particular type of asana and all that for physical. This asana, which is known as Savasana, is the king of all asanas according to the father of yoga, Patanjali. He has not mentioned any asanas, any exercises. Exercises are all important for the physical benefits, but for the spiritual benefit, for reducing the stress, for keeping away from all bad habits, Savasana and fighting with the stresses of life, practice of Savasana is very important. So we do an exercise for about 20 minutes before we practice Savasana in Gujarat Vidyapith, and that whole thing is available as a link on our website. So that also you can study it, and those who are around here, they can visit that center, telephoning the numbers which I have given, and that will also help. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity of talking to you. I invite some questions from you if you have any regarding what I have talked with you.
So there are some questions which I have received in prior from the parents. One of them is, how early can heart disorders start in a child? Like there have been cases of congenital diseases in children, so how alarming are those in the long run, and what can be done to prevent them?
Again, I tell you, I can understand that whenever we talk about heart, we talk about heart disease. That's congenital heart disease. They are born with that defect. That's a structural defect. We are not talking about that. Congenital heart disease, is a subject of pediatric cardiologist, and if they have got any valve defect or anything, you have to consult them. That is a completely different problem, and I'm very proud to tell you that Gujarat government has instituted that any child which is congenital heart disease, which is born in whole state of Gujarat, they get the free treatment at the government hospitals. So that is a different story. What we are concerned with, a very, very important and very crucial thing, that these healthy children, there is no question of having heart disease at the age of 11, 12 and 13. But these young children who are in the family in which there is a family history, in their parents, in their mother's relations, paternal relations, if there have been a history of heart attack or stroke, that we want to prevent right from the healthy children. They are healthy, but there we have to institute. So the whole thing is, please understand this, we are not talking about the heart disease in children. I'm talking about the most healthy children in a family in which there has been episodes of heart attack at age of 65, 70, all that, but there is a family history, that's what we call. That is known as family history. And that child has got to be taught early, and the parents have to take the interest. And there we have to measure their LDL cholesterol through lipid profile test, only once to be done when they are 11, 12 or 13 years of age. And that will give the idea what is their likelihood of getting the problem in future. And that we can solve with very simple measures. So please understand this. We are not talking about the diseases of heart in children or that is a different issue altogether.
All right, thank you, doctor. And as far as lifestyle changes are concerned, you mentioned that Shavasana being one of them. What else can children do on a regular day in school or at home?
The practice of Shavasana that we are recommending, and we have instituted in one school in Malad at one time with 1,000, and we found out that practice takes only about 15 to 20 minutes. And those children who practice Shavasana at home, we have found out that their concentration, their temperament, their dealing with the other colleagues, all that improve considerably after that. But the other thing, most important lifestyle change, is that these children should not become overweight. And these children should have at least modest physical exercises every day. That's what I said, that they should do about 20,000 steps daily in whatever way. It's not that they, but in whatever play, the games they play, we should see that they have done some physical exercise. So physical exercise, relaxation, mental relaxation through a practice of Savasana, which is very easy to do, and for which also I have given a link, and you can get it from our website. So the parents also will also learn. So the parents and children, you see, what we thought, that if we advise the persons when they get 25, 30 years of age, and then that they are overweight and all that, and we advise them lifestyle changes, they are not able to do it because they are so much into it, into the daily routine. They have to earn their living, they have to follow their career, and they don't have any control of their situation. They cannot do the dieting as they wish to do because they have to travel every day, and the exercise program and all that. But if we instill these habits right at the young age of 11, 12 and 13, and then parents take interest in it, then the whole thing will follow it when they get older. So I would like you to understand this very, very clearly, that we have not started this conversation here to prevent heart disease in children. We are talking about most healthy children have no problem whatsoever, and but what we have found out from lot which I told you about the experience in the United States, that the number of heart attacks in the United States, which was so high, has now come down low because of the primary prevention. So this is primary prevention from the very beginning. So if you have got any further question regarding that,
so is there any special advice do you have for us as a school that we can do to inculcate healthy lifestyle habits for our students?
Yeah, that is a very good question. That is an excellent question. As we advise children to do exercise, or exercise programs are there in the school, I would request that practice of Savasana, which it takes about only 20 minutes, can be shown in the video, and the teaching how to do it is very. And Swami Sachinanandji, who was a disciple of Dr. Sivanand Swami, he taught the simple practice of Savasana in United States to Dr. Dean Ornish, a cardiologist. And he took great care in teaching this practice of Savasana in the United States, because when we teach people who are completely unaware of this thing, then we have to teach them in a very simple manner. So the simplicity of teaching this savasana, which is known as king of asana, and which is most important, so that simplicity of doing the savasana we have got in our video. So that can be taught very easily. According to Swami Sachinanandji, who was a very great teacher, now he is no more, said people who teach here in India about or anywhere this practice, they really make it something very serious, and therefore the people find that this is not for us, this is for somebody who has got lot of knowledge and yoga and all that. But that is not true. Therefore, the simple technique taught by our teacher only, our yoga expert only, but in people who were absolutely unaware of it, and he was successful in teaching them, that technique we have put in our video. So that if you follow that, then the practice of Shavasana will increase their feeling of brotherhood between them. You know what we find out, that when they are studying in the school, and there are bright students in the first row, and if one of them falls ill for about a week, and when he comes back to the school and he wants to know what has gone during that time, the other students who are ahead and who are in competition, they feel that why should we share what he has missed? But we have found out in Malad, when I practiced that, about 1,000 students, and I visited them after a year, and I asked the teachers, what was the difference you noticed? He said, we noticed one great difference, that they, when they were absent, and they were very, very, very friendly to share what they had missed. And so the whole thing is that the idea of cooperation, idea of being that we are all one at one level, and that is the most important thing that we want to institute it right at young age. When I asked the children who had practiced for 1 year this program, I said that I just asked them one question. There were about 500 students gathered, and I asked them, can you tell me what is common with all of us? We are all different individuals. We are all different. We have to do something. I said, what is common to all of us which is present with everyone? So, 2 children, after practicing our program for 1 year, 2 children raised their fingers. And then with me were teachers and all sitting with me, the principal and all that. And when I asked these 2, okay, what is common? And they said, our breath. What an answer. What a clever answer. Our breath, whoever you are, king or a pauper, or a laborer, or whoever it is, our breath is the same. And in Savasana, we quieten our body and mind, which are different for each one of us. We have got different activities. After this, you have to do this, you have to do that. But all our activities are done because we are breathing. At the time I am talking because I am able to breathe, and you are listening because you are breathing. And that breath God has given us, we don't have to care for it. But supposing I had to breathe for about 15 minutes before I could talk with you, the life would be miserable. So that the breath, and you cannot become one with the breath unless you quieten your body and mind. Now, how can you quieten your mind? Mind is like a monkey. You cannot quieten it. Whoever says is wrong, he cannot. So we found out that's very important. That father of medicine, Hippocrates, our father of medicine, on whose oath we start our practice, he said that, doctor, the mind is not present only over the shoulders in the brain, but mind is present in the whole body. Therefore, if you relax your body, then the mind will automatically relax. So we teach in our practice of Shavasana how to relax the body. Now, if you want to relax the body, that's something interesting. If you want to relax your hand, you try to relax the hand. You relax, you relax. If you try to relax it more, you will unconsciously stretch it. But if you want to relax it, make a pleasant fist. Very pleasant, not this, but pleasant fist. And then relax. The relaxation is better. Therefore, we teach exercises, simple exercises of stretching and then relaxation in the whole body. And when the whole body is relaxed, the mind is automatically relaxed. And then we teach them that you become one with the breath. Don't change the breath. There is no meditation of different types. Just become one with the breath for which you are not. So that become one with the breath and that experience it. It's a matter of experience. If you have finished all your questions, then I would demonstrate with you here before we conclude this talk with anything, how we can do 1 minute of meditation. It is known that it was known because I visit every year, and that Mr. Clinton during his term used to do 1 minute meditation. He said that about 90 minutes or 2 hours he used to do 1 minute meditation. So 1 minute meditation, no, everyone has got time to do it. But how simple it is, I will demonstrate when I conclude this session, this talk. And I am very thankful that I got this opportunity. The persons who conduct this school, they are my neighbors, and when I talked with them, he easily understood the importance of it, and therefore I am very happy to share my thoughts with you, which are very, very crucial for the whole of India. So if you have any further question, please ask me, and then just see how we can do 1 minute of meditation.
I think we are ready to learn from you how we can do 1 minute of meditation.
Okay. Now, just see that wherever you are sitting, including the people who are there, the few people who are there, and those who are seeing it at home or wherever you are, just relax and just see your position in your chair or wherever you are sitting. Then nothing very important, just that comfortable. See that your seat is comfortable, your back is comfortable, that's all. Just see that. Now, just that when you are sitting, so just see whether you are comfortable in your chair, and then just stretch your body like that. Comfortable stretch. It should not be hurting stretch, just stretch it like that. And experience the stretch in all the muscles, in the face, in the arms, in the back, in the buttocks, and where you are sitting. Just pleasant stretching, and experience the stretch wherever you have stretched. You don't have to stretch it with lot of pain, but just stretch it comfortably and experience the stretch wherever you have stretched, from legs to the head. All the muscles experience the stretch, and then relax and experience the relaxation which has occurred in the whole body, right from the. Just if the thoughts come, you tell them that only for a few seconds, please wait. Just keep your attention on the body. Again, stretch the whole body and experience the stretch in the whole body, right from the legs to the face, and then relax and experience the relaxation. Once you have done this, then now bring your awareness to the nose. As I told you, don't change the breathing at all. It was going on, you are not aware. Now become aware of the breathing at the nose and become one with it. Watch the breath going in and coming out. To become little bit more aware of the breath going in, when the breath goes in, mentally, not sound, mentally say I. And when the breath comes out, say mentally am. Mentally. And don't change your breath, no type of meditation, just your natural breathing, you become one with it. Again, if the thoughts come, just tell them that, okay, for time being, please, keep my attention on the nose. When the breath goes in, say I, breath comes out, say am, mentally. And count your 10 to 15 breaths like that, going in and coming out. then come out of the meditation. So that is so simple as that. All simple things, as I tell you, very interesting, all simple things are difficult to learn. People who like most complicated things, people learn very easily. But all simple things are very, and learned most you are, you think that you know all about yoga, you have learned these and these techniques and all that, you have read these books and that. I have found with my experience of 27 years dealing with various people that more the educated, more the literate, and more people who have read so many books about yoga and yoga practitioner, they find it very difficult to do this. So please clear your mind of all your previous knowledge and previous understanding about the thing and do this very simple technique. We have experience, personal experience of more than 10,000 people and an indirect experience of so many people. I have given several talks all over the world about this, and my experience tells me that those who really do it with a clean slate, without any understanding that I know this, I know that, and if they do it simple, they really get maximum benefit. Again, please take the numbers from our the school regarding our activity going on in the USP Center at Gujarat Vidyapit. It's a nice center, and that center, and you know it's a Gandhian center, Gandhi's Vidyapit Center, so there is not so much cost involved in going there. It's your time, and just see that, experience that, and follow our things on our website and on our various media like FaceTime and all that. And I wish you all a great success in your life. And thanks again for giving me this opportunity to talk with you.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for listening to us with Dr. Kapadia's examples and inputs. We hope that our student community will bring in the necessary lifestyle changes to lead a healthy life ahead. Thank you.
Okay.